Welcome back to No Ghostwriter. I am your host, Blessing Makosha, aka Big Money B, because I'm focused on cheddar, I'm focused on cheese, and I don't let a bum chick get a touch up on me. This is Hip Hop Uncovered, and in Hip Hop Uncovered, we discuss topics within rap and hip hop culture that aren't discussed enough or need to be discussed from a perspective free from misogynoir, clout chasing, and focused on the skill of writing and rapping bars with no ghostwriter. Make sure that you follow no_ghostwriter on Twitter and Instagram, and also check out No Ghostwriter on TikTok. We're posting rap videos, playlist updates, and other fun and engaging content on hip hop that's going to keep you entertained. So make sure that you check us out, and if you want get early access to our content, behind the scenes access, and also full extended versions of our reactions, our weekly podcast Clout Is Not Currency, and also access to all of our live events virtually, then join our No Ghostwriter Patreon. So the Patreon information is in the description below, or you can head to patreon.com/No Ghostwriter. I promise you it's worth it, and it really helps us maintain the channel and keep everything that we've got going on. So I hope that you guys check out the Patreon, and I look forward to seeing you on there. So in this video, we're going to be talking about 10 female rappers that, judging by their performance during 2021 over the past year and the development of their skills, I think that they are ready to blow up in 2022. And so we've also created a playlist of all of these women's content for you to check out and support, so you can start streaming them and getting ready. A lot of these women are rumored to be dropping projects. Some of them have confirmed they're dropping full-length albums, not mixtapes, albums in 2022. So let's check that out, and I hope you guys enjoy this. So one of the reasons I wanted to create this video is because the other day, from my personal account, Blessing Makosha, that's Blessing Makosha on Twitter and Instagram, I tweeted my frustration with the lack of investment into black female rappers, and I felt this especially in light of the conversations around Saweetie, and how, if you know, she is merely in her spot in the rap game because of pretty and light skin privilege acting together. The reason people say this is because she isn't that skilled of a rap artist or performer. You know, she's not that good at these things. She's an excellent businesswoman, she's an excellent social media maven, but in terms of rapper and performer, it's giving off lacking. So with that, a lot of people are saying, you know, there's loads of other rap girls who are ready, who can take this spot, who can blow up. And so I considered that unless we invest more in talented black female lyricists, then the female rap genre as it currently exists and the space will no longer represent or accommodate black women and their voices and stories. So to make sure that we're starting 22 off correctly, and to help us invest in talented female rappers on the rise, here is a list, a non-exhaustive list of 10 female rappers to watch in 2022, because I think that they are going to blow up. So first up on our list of female rappers that are set to blow up in 2022 is IamdoechiiTV. So IamdoechiiTV is really cool. I actually saw IamdoechiiTV for the first time on this random YouTube show called Slime's Broke Ass Low Budget Show. And it was this guy in Chicago that was just doing this show, and it was a really hilarious show. I don't know where it's gone now. Slime, if you see this, bring it back. It was hilarious. And he had loads of cool Chicago rappers on there. So the two people that really stood out to me that he had on there, well, some of the people, I believe Smino was on there. He also had Saba, who is just honestly one of the greatest rappers, modern rappers. And he had IamdoechiiTV, and I watched his episode with IamdoechiiTV, and then I checked out some of her music, and I loved her stuff. So if you check out The Recipe, that is one of her biggest songs. It definitely was one of the songs that I've heard the most, and I really liked IamdoechiiTV. So I thought I'd talk about a brief biography of IamdoechiiTV, some of the releases she's put out in 2021 that you can listen to, and also why I think that she's gonna blow up. So IamdoechiiTV, aka Zoe Harris, born in May 1995, is an artist artist, musician, and filmmaker from Chicago, Illinois, and she is known for her mastery of multiple genres and creative mediums. Her debut EP, Crash, was released on October 19, 2018. So JeanDeaux is very much a multifaceted kind of artist. I would say when you think of JeanDeaux, you should think of artists like Azealia Banks, you should think of BreeRunwayy. I know BreeRunwayy is a new girl, but I do think her versatility is there. Who else really reminds me of JeanDeaux? I think you can think of Doja Cat. I think JeanDeaux is very much in the Doja Cat era of extremely versatile female rappers. And yeah, I really enjoy JeanDeaux. And like I said, The Recipe was a great song that I heard from her. But I just think what really stood out to me is the fact that she can rap, and she can also do skits, and she can also sing, and she can also just give character. You know, I would love to see her in a live show. I hope 2022 offers me the opportunity to see her live, because I think she just goes so hard. So yeah, that's a bit of a background to JeanDeaux. So what has JeanDeaux released in 2021? So she released an album. I believe it's an album. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Sometimes I don't know if these things are albums, EPs, tapes, whatever. But she released a project called Most Wanted, and I really like it. Some of my favorite songs on Most Wanted, I'm just gonna check it up because they're all in my liked. But let me search. Yeah, it's listed as an album on Spotify. Jump In's really good. Most Wanted is good. I like Nothing to Do with Me with Destin Conrad and Uno Hype. She's got a song called Chop and Screw with Ambre. I love Ambre. Like, I'll listen to anything. Streets is a really great track as well. So I think the whole tape is great. I mean, it's 25 minutes, so it's worth a listen. It's 8 songs. I think it's really good. And the reason I think JeanDeaux is gonna blow up a lot because of what I said with her versatility. And I think that the most interesting thing about JeanDeaux is how universally appealing she is. A lot of people really like JeanDeaux when they hear her. And I think that's what gives her that star quality. Given that she just put out a tape at the end of 2021, I think that we can expect to see more from JeanDeaux and look forward to seeing more from JeanDeaux. So I wanted to shout her out. I really enjoy your stuff. I really enjoy your work, and I'm excited to see you blow in 2022. Up next, we have Ken the Man. So I absolutely really love Ken the Man. If you've seen our Pen Talk videos and our recent new music reaction video we did, we actually mentioned Ken the Man and talked about her bars and how much of a full-bodied rapper she is. So I'll talk about a biography of Ken the Man, and then I'm gonna break down why I think that she is gonna blow up in 2022. So Kentavia Miller is a rapper from Houston, Texas. Her stage name is a male alter ego, similar to Nicki Minaj's Roman Zelensky. In 2017, Ken the Man was constantly sharing freestyles to Instagram and Twitter, and her consistency generated her a fan base. She also was a contestant on the Netflix rap show Rhythm and Flow. She's an independent rapper from my research, and she dropped her first viral song, Deserve, which was about a failed relationship and a very sexual track, He Be Like, in 2017. She's grown in popularity with almost 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify as of December 2021. So what did she release in 2021? She released a series of really great songs and some great features, all culminating in a tape project called What's My Name, which she released in October of 2021. I really loved this track. So this tape by Ken the Man has some of my favorite songs of the year. It's a 10-track tape, and the tracks that really stand out, I'm Perfect is on repeat. Like, I think it was on my top stream songs of 2021. I love it. No Name, which we did a Pen Talk reaction video to, so check that out. Rose Gold Stripper Pole, and she also had a feature from 2 Chainz on the remix, which we did a new music reaction to, so check that out. What the fuck, it is so good, WTF. I don't pay my bills. What the Elise? What we do in Paris? What the we? I love it. She is so hard. So let's talk about, oh, and for me, I know that's a feature verse, but it be the Jew for me, hey, the purses and shoes for me, hey. Yeah, I Ken the Man. So why do I think Ken the Man is gonna blow in 2022? It's quite simple for me, really. Her energy is absolutely unmistakable, and she, like I said, she's got that full-bodied sound and rawness of a southern rapper. Like, southern female rappers just give it to you differently. They're like a whole plate of food. Like, they are so I would say an East Coast rapper like Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj is a fur coat. Nicki Minaj is a chinchilla. Nicki Minaj is a pair of like Chanel shades, you know. But I feel like Texas, and especially Texas female rappers, they're like a plate of food, bro. Like a big plate of food. They're there to feed you. They're there to serve you body, face, bars. Whereas a New York rapper, you want to go get a credit card so you can go try and buy fly, look fly like them. You want to emulate them. Whereas when you listen to a Texas female rapper, you feel full fed. You feel, it's such matriarchal energy. I love it. So I like that. See, I told you I love Ken the Man. I could talk about her for a really long time. Her voice as well. So she's got excellent tone with her voice. So her voice can go very deep. And she can also switch to the Barbie lilt that Nicki Minaj has obviously canonized in female rap. So when you hear rappers like FloMilli, shit, how, you know, they're playing on the Barbie, you know, pretty patty, so that's Nicki's Barbie flow. And I feel like Ken switches so effortlessly from the Barbie flow to the deep voice flow, and any song I hear Ken the Man on, she switches flows. I've never heard a Ken the Man track that she doesn't switch up the flow. And that is why I think her verses are so exciting and different. And I think with the right exposure, she's ready to shut the game down in 2022. Like, I really think 2022 is Ken the Man's year. I really think so. Even if it's not alone, I will back it. I will back it to the point that it's her year. But it's her year. She's working really hard, and I'm very proud of her. Up next, we've got FloMilli shit. Ho, FloMilli shit. Hey, dicks up when I step in the party. So FloMilli, the girl. So FloMilli, I think, has had a lot of us excited, especially during the pandemic. I think the pandemic allowed a lot of the rap girls that I'm talking about on this list to really ascend to a level of prominence. And I think it's very important that we talk about the fact that all of the women that we've discussed so far, if not every single woman on this list, is a dark-skinned female rapper. And I think part of the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I want people to know that this is the time to start embracing women who look like me and look like FloMilli in hip-hop. You know, we do have a colorism issue in hip-hop. And I talked about that in the video on the backlash after Nicki Minaj did a collaboration with Jessie Nelson on Boys. A lot of the blackfishing allegations that were made towards Jessie Nelson and accusations. I talked about it then. You know, at the end of the day, it's on us as consumers to show that we want to be represented. And I feel like the pandemic has really pushed us to be a bit more active with who we support. And I did express earlier in the year, you know, my reservations that, you know, are people really supporting FloMilli, or are they just gassing up the new girl but they're not going to support her? So I'll give a bit of a biography about FloMilli for those of you who aren't familiar with her, and then we'll go into the things that she's released this year and why we think, or I think, she is going to blow up in 2022. She's already got a big reach, but I think that she's going to take it to the next level. So a biography of FloMilli. So Tamia Monique Carter, born January 2000, known professionally as FloMilli shit. How is an American rapper born and raised in Mobile, Alabama. Bitch, I'm from Alabama. She began making and releasing music in 2015. After her single Beef, Flow Mix, and In the Party went viral on TikTok, she signed a record deal with RCA Records. FloMilli released her debut mixtape, Ho, Why Is You Here, on July 24th, 2020, to much critical acclaim, and she was nominated for Best New Artist at the 2020 BET Hip Hop Awards. So FloMilli has released a lot of tracks in 2021, at least 10 of them. So she's put out at least 10 tracks. So she's done a feature on a Rich the Kid track, Nasty, with 2 other female rappers, Lato and Ruby Rose. She's done a feature on Young Manny's Clap For Them with Sada Baby. She's done a feature with Tay Money on Asthma Pump. She had a track on the Bruise soundtrack, which was executive produced by Halle Berry and Cardi B. She's done Ice Baby, which she debuted on a Colors show. That's a solo song. Simon Say, which is a remix, a feature with Destiny Rogers. Raindrops, a feature with Goldlink. Family Matters, a feature with Toby, and then another single, Roaring 20s, that she released. So all of these tracks were exciting. I think FloMilli's kept the girls quite excited all year. And so why I think FloMilli is going to blow up in 2022. So her debut album is highly anticipated. Highly anticipated. We've had people on No Ghostwriter saying they're ready for that FloMilli album. And she's spoken in a recent documentary she did that we're gonna see a different side to her. So she did a documentary with Billboard and Honda, and this documentary showed us a look into FloMilli, and she talked about the album, and she said, you know, a lot of people have an understanding of who I am, but I'm more than that. And I think that she blew up social media in 2021, like blew it up. Everyone was doing FloMilli songs on TikTok. And although it's very hard to stay hot, like I said at the beginning, FloMilli is so unique that all of that intrigue around her is still very fresh, and I think that she still has many new fans to make. So shout out to FloMilli. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what else you come up with. And yeah, good luck in 2022. I cannot wait for your album. Here we go. Up next, we've got Doechii. I love Doechii. I first heard Doechii on a track called Yucky Blucky Fruitcake, which was from her tape Oh the Places We'll Go, which she released in 2020. Doechii is very much like the girl. I don't know how to tell you, like she's really on her way to the upper echelons. If you think of Doechii, you should think of people like Rico Nasty. You should think of people like I mentioned before, the versatile girls. So you should think of Nicki, of course. I mean, with Nicki, that's just what do you want me to tell you? But you should think of Doechii and think of extremely versatile, talented rappers. JeanDeaux, who we discussed at the start of this video, and Doechii, Doja Cat, BreeRunwayy, these are very similarly versatile female rappers. So I want people to know that the hip hop female rapper legacy is still strong. It's still there, and I think we can really start putting our faith in Doechii for sure. So I'll talk about a little bit of a background to Doechii. So Doechii, born and raised in Tampa, Florida. Doechii, IamdoechiiTV, whose real name is Jayla Hickman, started out as a YouTuber. She posted a variety of content, including music and vlogs. She officially immersed herself into the indie scene with her first single, Girls, in 2018, as well as another single, Spooky Coochie, in 2019. In 2020, she released her EP, Oh the Places You'll Go, and the standouts on there were Yucky Blucky Fruitcake and Black Girl Memoir. Black Girl Memoir is possibly one of the best and most important rap songs I've ever heard, and that is tea. So in 2021, she released an EP, Braless, which basically was a combination of new songs and a repackaging of Girls, which she released in 2018. And she also did a series of other features, but I saw Doechii doing a lot of performing this year and building up her brand and her exposure. So why do I think that Doechii is going to blow up in 2022? So off rip, when I listened to Oh the Places We'll Go, I felt very strongly that channeling of Nicki Minaj. I heard that Roman and Barbie inspired flows all through the tape, and I felt like she carries a similar versatility and affinity for different beats that Nicki has. You know, Doechii is extremely talented, and I can imagine Doechii skating on any kind of beat. Like, you could put Doechii on a rock beat, you could put Doechii on a trap beat, and she's killing the game. You know, I really think she's killing the game. And her growing exposure over the past year has really shown that she is ready to do more, and she is ready to take that next step. And I think that it's about time, you know, in the legacy of Azealia, Rico Nasty. So we need to show the world that alternative black girls who are into like Paramore, different types of dressing, different types of music, eclectic sounds, have a place in hip hop as well. And I think it continues that legacy that Nicki was on, of basically being like, being a weirdo is okay. Like, I love people with a bit of weirdo energy in rap. Like, weirdo rappers always end up producing the best content. I'm just saying. So I think that Doechii is gonna blow up in 2022. I think it's, if Oh the Places We'll Go was an indication of where we're going, I think we're going to the tippy top. And I'm very excited to see what else Doechii wants to put out in 2022. Up next, we've got CheNoir. So CheNoir is honestly bars on bars on bars on bars on bars. If you want to check out some of CheNoir's tracks, then make sure you check out our recent Pen Talk video that we did breaking down her bars on her recent single, Bless the Food. I think CheNoir is really on her way to being goated. And part of the reason is because when you hear her rapping, you hear her story, you hear her candidness, her rawness. And not a lot of rappers stay in that bag as they're rapping. You know, they may open up a bit, but I feel like the way Shay speaks, you feel like you're reading pages out of her diary, and I love that. So I'll do a biography of CheNoir. So CheNoir, Marche LaShawn, is a Buffalo, New York based rapper and producer. She delivers strong, uncompromisingly direct lyrics over production inspired by mid-90s East Coast rap. And I'll say that she produces a lot of her own beats herself, because women do it on their own. And she released albums such as 2020's As God Intended with Apollo Brown. Incredible album. And these releases demonstrate that she has quite a broad range of styles and techniques. And I like the fact that here it's written in her biography, you know, she combines nostalgic reminiscences to crime-driven narratives. So that is a great summary of CheNoir. I think that when it comes to CheNoir, you should imagine somebody who is trying to, through the lyrics, show you the path that they've walked. She's very illustrative, very imaginative and descriptive in the way that she raps. So let's talk about what CheNoir has released in 2021. So she pushed back the release of her album Food for Thought to 2022. So we're looking forward to that at the start of 2022. But this year she primarily released 2 singles from that album, Bless the Food and Praises. And like I said, we've got a full lyric breakdown and reaction to Bless the Food, which you should check out if you want to see, you know, us talking about big bars and breaking that down. And Praises is another single from the upcoming album. So why do I think that CheNoir is set to blow up in 2022? So Shay Noir has had long-standing connections with Benny the Butcher and the Griselda outfit going back to 2017. Griselda is considered at the moment one of the most successful modern hip-hop outfits. A lot of people have called it the new Young Money, and similarly to Nicki Minaj, Shay is a female counterpart to Griselda's male roster. And owing to the excitement around the kind of music that they're creating, a space is open in the market for a black woman speaking on hustle and mogul motivation and what you do to become a mogul. And Shay has the confidence and lyrical skill, I believe, to bring something incredibly fresh to the rap game and to have a female rapper talking in a way that we haven't really had yet. So yeah, I think Shay Noir is very much on her way there. I'm looking forward to seeing the album, you know, Food for Thought. Of course, I'm looking forward to seeing Food for Thought. We'll be reacting to it in full on the channel. And yeah, so good luck to Shay Noir. I hope 2022 is excellent for you. I hope your release of Food for Thought goes smoothly, and we can't wait to listen and react. So up next we have BreeRunwayy, our London babe. So BreeRunwayy has set the world hot, literally. That was the name of the single she released this year that just blew up the globe. BreeRunwayy is one of our English treasures at this point, and one of the reasons why I think BreeRunwayy deserves to be on this list is much for the same reason that Doechii is on this list and JeanDeaux, and that is her versatility. She's got that amazing range, and I think that she is hitting the nail on the head when it comes to how do you look at Nicki Minaj's Pink Print and build yourself a career as a hip hop star that works. And I think someone else that did that was Doja Cat. So I'll go over BreeRunway's biography and I'll talk about what she's released this year and why I think that she's gonna blow in 2022. And honestly, if there's one name on this list I know for a fact is gonna blow, it's BreeRunwayy. So BreeRunwayy, also known as Brenda Wireko Mensah, born in November 1992, is an English singer, rapper and songwriter of Ghanaian descent. She signed to EMI Records in 2018 and she released her first commercial EP, BreeRunwayy, in 2019, followed by a debut mixtape 2000 and Forever in 2020, which had the single ATM featuring Missy Elliott. I actually remember seeing that poster promoted all around in London, so shout out to BreeRunwayy. So in July 2020, she was featured on the remix of XS by Rina Sawayama, and BreeRunwayy has won, that is won, the award for Best New International Act at the BET Hip Hop Awards, and she was nominated for the 2022 Brit Award for Rising Star. So BreeRunwayy this is the beginning. This is the beginning of her ascension. And I said to some friends of mine today, I think that if BreeRunwayy continues as she has been, she's very much on track to get herself some of the highest accolades in music. I really, really believe that. And she recently performed at the MOBO Awards, so shout out to BreeRunwayy. So let's talk about what she's released in 2021. So she's released Hot Hot. If you haven't heard of Hot Hot, that's your fault. It's such a great track. It's You Make Me Hot Hot. No, wait a Butter boy face like I am a hot. Yeah, it's a great track. Oh my god. Yeah, excellent track, absolute banger. So she released that one. She also released Space Ghost Coast to Coast, which is a feature with Glass Animals, and massive, she had a remix on Lady Gaga's remix album Dawn of Chromatica. So she was on Babylon, so her and Jimmy Edgar were on a remix on the Dawn of Chromatica, so for the remix album, and I think that was really sick. So the fact that she was able to get on that and make those connections should start to tell you what you need to know about BreeRunwayy. So the reason I think BreeRunwayy is gonna blow up in 2022 is because she is a full package pop star, and I think she's on the way to becoming the UK's most versatile hip hop princess. Her style, her presence, her personality, it translates across screen and across stage, and female hip hop was definitely missing a dark-skinned pop superstar that can do it all, and BreeRunwayy is really the answer. I think that if you were looking for that kind of a pop girl, your prayers have been answered. BreeRunwayy is here and she's ready to take over. So Bree, I'm really looking forward to 2022 for you. I think that you've got everything that's necessary to blow, and I think you're gonna give us some real good stuff next year. So shout out to you, BreeRunwayy. So we're staying in London and we're visiting the next female rapper on our list, Enny, also known as Ennyintegrity on social media. So I don't even know what you want me to tell you at this point because I'm obsessed with Enny. I actually had the pleasure of meeting her at one of her shows in London recently, and I popped a little freestyle for her. So you can check that out on No Ghostwriter. And Enny is, I don't know where Enny came from, but I'm glad that she arrived. So I'll talk about a background to Enny, and I'll talk about why she's got me so hyped, and why you should be hyped, and why 2022 is her year. Her year. So let's get into a biography of Enny. So AsianDaBratt, born December 1994, known professionally as Enny, always in all caps, is an English rapper, singer, and songwriter. So she's best known for her single Peng Black Girls, which she released in 2020, which grew massively in popularity following a remix version with Georgia Smith that she performed on Colours. And Enny is really one of those stories that you need to get into. So she released a documentary that you can check out on her channel, and that's basically documenting everything behind the release of her debut project, Under 25. So Under 25 was released in 2021, so it's one of her 2021 releases, and it contains the big singles that really, you know, pushed her to the forefront of our conversation. So it's got Same Old, I Want, Malibu with King Kai, and King Kai is my favorite English rapper. Like, I love King Kai so much. Peng Black Girls, with the original, has Georgia Brave on it. Under 25, and then she's got this hilarious freestyle that she did in 2011 called Revision. And one of the reasons I really like Revision is, listen to it, I bet you hear it, there's a little Nicki flow that I hear in there, which makes sense because it was 2011. So I absolutely really enjoy everything that Enny puts out. Bernie Mac was really good. That was a really great standout song for me. I love the sound. That was featuring Odile, and Keisha's and Brenda's, which is on Under 25 as well. So I loved everything Enny put out. She really grew a lot in popularity, I'd say, during the pandemic. And I definitely picked up on her, I would say in 2020. That's when I saw her. I saw Peng Black Girls and I was like, who they? Who they? And I was on it since then. So why do I think Enny is gonna blow up in 2022? Well, I think Enny's rise over this past year, and definitely over 2020, is the result of a consistent amount of hard work over 2 years to become a full artist with a meaningful offering, and it really paid off. And I feel like Enny represents a type of female rapper that the British scene has been missing for a really long time, because, you know, we recently had Little Sims, and seeing the ascension of Little Sims opened up. We're like, you know, we need more of this. We need more representation for dark-skinned women from London who can talk about the duality of experience of like being from multiple different cultures and heritages, being that you're black in the UK but you're African and you're from wherever you're from, and you've got that. And I feel like Enny really puts that together really well. And I think Enny represents black women who have felt underappreciated and unseen, and having seen her live, like in real life, I can attest to the strength of her growing fan base. You know, I think Enny did really well to capture a moment of time during the pandemic and coming up during the pandemic. And I think that she is very much talented enough to keep it going all 2022. So shout out to Enny. Good luck for 2022. It's your year. And now it's time to just step into it and be the girl, because you are the girl. So I'd love to see more from Enny. Oh, and before we like wrap up on Enny, I just want to point out she is a freestyler. So check out Enny's freestyles. Like, she's got so many, she does really well. She's got bars, big bars. Check out her daily duppy. She said, how you drop your mixtape and it still don't bang. Anyway, shout out to you, Enny. You're gonna have a great year in 2022. I really believe in it, and I believe in you. Next up, we've got the hardest doll, AsianDaBratt. So Asian, I'm gonna be honest, okay? AsianDaBratt should have been blown up. Like, AsianDaBratt should have blown up way already, like way already. But life is life. Label situations are label situations. You know, industry politics is industry politics. There's many reasons why we haven't seen from Asian what we would like to see from Asian. But nevertheless, that doesn't change the fact that this girl is one of the hardest in the rap game. And honestly, there's no way we're ending 2022 without Asian taking the spot that she deserves. If you see the City Girls, if you see Megan Thee Stallion, you need to see AsianDaBratt. AsianDaBratt, in my opinion, is the most talented out of all of them. Yet she doesn't get the same shine. And I think the reason she doesn't get the same shine is because I definitely just do not see Asian messing with any of that industry politics. I don't think Asian plays in the group chats. I think AsianDaBratt just does AsianDaBratt. And it is what it is. So let's talk about a biography of AsianDaBratt. Even though I would say she should have been blown up by now, she definitely, 2019, like that should have been the year. But that doesn't matter because she's still gonna blow. So let's talk about her biography. So AsianDaBratt, aka Misha Ron Jamisha Allen, born December 96, is an American rapper, professionally known as AsianDaBratt. So she's native from Dallas, and she was the first female artist that signed to Gucci Mane's 1017 Eskimo Records. And although she's not currently signed to Gucci Mane, she left her deal. She's still been working very hard as an independent artist. So her music career began with the release of The Rise of the Barbie Doll Gang Empire in 2015. And she has been in a lot of different social media related beefs, most notably with Rico Nasty, whose Smack a Bitch is actually about AsianDaBratt, because I think she got into a fight with AsianDaBratt or something. She's also produced other great projects, including Drippin' in Glow in 2016, Project Princess in 2016, Outer Space in 2017, Kill Bill Volume 1 in 2017, Doll Season, So Icy Princess in 2018, her 8th mixtape Unfuckwithable in May 2019. Too hard, by the way. Unfuckwithable, I think is one of the best mixtapes. I think it's one of the best female rap mixtapes. And she released Doll Season Reloaded in April 2020. So in 2021, AsianDaBratt has released a few tracks. So she released a track called Twice, Doom, which was a feature on Black China's track, We The Ops, which is a feature on a Casino Jizzle track, IRDGAF, I think it's I Really Don't Give a F, which is a feature on a G Sambo track, Life of a Hitter, which is a track on Shy from the Tray, Back to Back, a feature on NCG Kenny B, No Exposing, I love No Exposing, it's so good, Fish Tank, with Millies, None of This Shit remix. So she did None of That Shit, then she did a remix of None of That Shit, and she had Ruby Rose, Dream Doll, Dreezy, and IVORIANDOLL on there. Don't Let Me Go, which I believe was a memorial track for her partner who passed away, King Von. and then Profit, which is a feature on Loopy Pharrell. These are just a selection of what AsianDaBratt put out this year, but she's done really, really well. Like really, really well. I'm not gonna lie to you, her verses on No Exposing and Profit, too hard. So why do I think that AsianDaBratt is gonna blow up in 2022? Well, I feel like AsianDaBratt has been working really hard for a really long time. You know, since 2015, she's been putting grind in. And in my opinion, she's been extremely overlooked. She's easily one of the most lyrically talented and dynamic female rappers out right now, and she deserves far more attention than she's currently given. She's also taken charge and has spoken out and said that she will be signing a distribution deal that's gonna help her music reach even more people, which I think she does. Like, I was shocked when I saw that AsianDaBratt's got like 250,000, 300,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. What is that? She needs to have millions. She's honestly the hardest doll. And she really has been ready, I think, for the kind of exposure that, like I said before, Megan Thee Stallion, City Girls, and other newer rappers have been given. I just think it's time for AsianDaBratt to shine, and I think everybody needs to move out of the way. Her development, her progression is just out of here. So shout out to AsianDaBratt, and we're really looking forward to seeing you killing the game in 2022. So up next we have got IVORIANDOLL, aka Queen IVD, hailing from London, UK. IVORIANDOLL is easily one of the most entertaining and interesting rap stories. You know, how she actually got into it was just jokes. So I'll give a biography of her, and then I'll talk about why I think that she's gonna blow up in 2022. So, Vanessa Mahi, born in December 1997, known professionally as IVORIANDOLL, is a British rapper and internet personality of Ivorian descent, hence IVORIANDOLL. So she made her debut when she collaborated with another internet personality, Abigail Asante, and they released singles under the name Abigail and IVORIANDOLL. So if you're not in London and you're not on Black Twitter, you won't know about this, but essentially IVORIANDOLL and this girl, they got into some sort of fight with this other girl, and then it was basically the only thing anyone was talking about on Twitter for a few days. And so IVORIANDOLL and the other girl, Abigail, collaborated and released a track. They did a few tracks together until their relationship deteriorated, and then the two of them were like low-key subbing each other. But then IVORIANDOLL basically just took this and just pushed her career forward and ended up finding her bag. So IVORIANDOLL, since she worked with Abigail and did the duo thing, she's released singles as a solo artist. So Rumors went crazy, got millions of views, and she's had really great success since then. Tracks like Local Scammer, which is a feature, have gone really well, and really like pushed our IVD out into the world. So before she started her rap career, IVORIANDOLL was a YouTuber. So she described herself as having accidentally gotten into a rap career. So she made her musical debut, like I said, collaborating with Abigail, but then in 2019, she started performing on her own. She released the single Queen of Drill, and then Rumors followed in April 2020. And currently, as it stands, the music video for Rumors is on millions, you know, and it reached the million in just within a month. She was nominated at the 2020 MOBO Awards for Best Newcomer, and in December 2020, she was in a bit of a beef with a Birmingham rapper, Lady Leisha. I think you guys will know of Lady Leisha on this channel, because Lady Leisha released a diss track about her called Div. So Div is kind of like another word for idiot in English slang, and then obviously IVD Div. So IVD's already been popping enough to be popping off and having rappers doing disses towards it. Like, for me, you ain't hot unless someone's got a problem with you. So she really stood out and took things extra further, like that extra step with her performing. So she was announced as part of Wireless 2021, and she performed at Reading Festival 2021, which is some of the biggest music festivals in the UK. So in 2021, the girl has been busy. She's put out a lot of tracks. So she's done a feature on Dumb Flex remix by Miss La Familia, WTF with Tanya, Victory with Tokyo Myers, Sad Party with Camille and Jael, which is another feature, Faded with B122GZ Desi. That was a feature. None of That Shit remix, a feature on AsianDaBratt's track. Lights Down, which is a feature on a Selena Sharma track. And she also, this is crazy, but in 2021 she collaborated with Duran Duran on the track Hammerhead, and that was for the 40th anniversary album Future Past, which was released in October 2021. So why I think IVD is gonna blow up in 2022. I personally think it's excellent that she started rapping. I remember very much when I first saw her with Abigail when they were doing those like response tracks to the Twitter beef. I said, you know what? I think she should actually do this. And she did. She's taken to it like an absolute natural, and her stage presence is A1. It's clear from what I've seen that she has the character, and her experience as a YouTuber allows her to take on all of that internet fame super easily. Like, you can tell she can handle it. Her flows are really tight and confident, and she presents a lot of dynamic energy on her track, so a lot of range, and she gives a lot of, you know, energy. Like, I don't know what to say, she just energy. And I think especially in the USA, IVORIANDOLL can put herself on the map in a big way, especially in the USA. Her energy is correct. She's really got the vibe, and I really think she can put it out. So last but absolutely not least is our last female rapper on our list of 10 that we think is gonna blow up in 2022, and that is Kaliii. So Kaliii, you may know her from her TikTok hit Do a Bitch. You know I'll do a bitch. And do you know what? I really enjoy, when it comes to Kaliii, the fact that you can tell the girls that know who they are as rappers. And I think Kaliii really knows how to use her voice and how to channel it really well. I think the thing with Kaliii as well, before we go into her description and her biography, the thing with Kaliii is I got the sense when I listened to her that this is someone who was just waiting for the right time. And I think when it comes to rappers, you know, some of them you can see that they just started and then figured it out afterwards. Kaliii really made me look at things and be like, oh, okay, she knew what she was doing, thought about it, and then executed it. And that may not seem like a big thing, but honestly, I think that's the difference between someone that's gonna blow and someone that's just gonna get hot and fall off. Anyone can have a TikTok hit. You know, a lot of other girls had TikTok hits during the pandemic, but I feel like Kalii's really putting in that work to move forward and to push her career, and she's absolutely gorgeous. So let's talk about Kaliii and her biography. So according to Trendjeezy, Kaliii is an American rapper, singer, and songwriter born in July 2000. Her real name is Kaliii Ashley Ross. She's 21 years old. She is known for her hit single Do a Bitch, which I mentioned, and she's also friends with rapper Ken the Man. And Ken the Man and Kaliii were both involved with that Rhythm and Flow Netflix rap show, so they have been encouraging and supporting each other, and Ken the Man actually was featured on Kalii's tape. So Kaliii is on the rise. She's just absolutely on the rise. So let me stop being excited and let me get into you know, what she put out, what to expect from Kaliii, and why she's down to do the most in 2022. So I already talked about the fact that kaliii has produced, you know, some hits already. You got Do a Bitch, which when I'm looking on Spotify is 17,000. Her follow-up single is really, really good, and that's also reached higher, like more streams than Do a Bitch. She had Track and Field, which was a feature, and of course she had Rico Nasty. In terms of other singles, she's done a feature called Bad Little Thing, and that one is with Noah Carell. And apart from Do a Bitch, I don't see anything else. Yeah, so that's everything that kaliii's put out. Now, kaliii didn't have as much material, but I know a star when I see one. I know a star when I see one. I think kaliii's got an amazing voice. You know, I reacted to her voice actually on Il Nana on Santana's Keep It Player album, which you can see on the channel. But kaliii's voice is so deep and like, you know, it really hits. It's so deep, it's full-bodied, and I think that her potential to take her lyrical performance to another level is definitely there. And then of course there's a dark skin representation element, which of course is amazing. I think it's time for dark skinned female rappers to really take their spot, and kaliii really, 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 it means a lot for a lot of people because of that reason. And so I think that all kaliii needs at this point is more tracks. That is all she needs. More songs, more music. And I think that that's gonna allow us to really get to know her. But I think in terms of excitement, she's very good. She's very exciting, and she's got a great sense of humor on the track, which I think is important as well. So kaliii, I know that you're gonna do a bitch in 2022, and I'm very excited to see it. So shout out to you, and I'm hoping to see an album or a full-length project from you as well. So to conclude, this video is not an exhaustive list of all the female rappers that you need to be listening to in 2022, but I hope it gets you started, and it can be a starting point that we use to give black women, especially dark-skinned black women in hip-hop, the support that they deserve. Make sure that you check out the playlist that we created with female rappers to watch in 2022, including all the ladies that we couldn't fit in this video because of time. And there are a few others, especially like Shabo. I really want to put her in here. And a few other girls that are a bit bigger than Blown Up, but haven't gone to the next level, and have still got potential. So make sure that you like and comment. What did you think of the 10 female rappers that we think are going to blow up in 2022? Do you agree, and why? And also, is there anyone else that's not on our list that you think is going to blow up in the new year? Let us know, because we want to hear from you and hear all of your opinions. Make sure that you subscribe to No Ghostwriter and turn post notifications on so that you don't miss a thing. And click the link in the description for tickets to No Ghostwriter Live, which is our rap cypher event. And if you are on the No Ghostwriter Patreon, then you get virtual access as well, so you can watch a stream and see me and other rappers spitting bars and having a good time. And like I said at the beginning of the video, make sure that you follow us on Twitter and Instagram. It's no_ghostwriter, and follow us on TikTok, No Ghostwriter. And wait, make sure that you add our playlist with female rappers to watch in 2022. We're gonna link it at the bottom in this description and put it in the comments so that you can't miss it. But make sure that you listen to these girls, stream them, add them to your playlist, share your feedback, and show them the love that they need to get. Yeah, it's because I want to see them kill it in 2022, and I want to see all of us right behind them and supporting them as we should. So thank you for watching this video. I've been your host, Blessing Makosha. I'll catch you in the next upload. Bye.